Mind and semen seed mastery is the path of uniting two of the most powerful forces a man possesses, the power of his mind and the sacred vitality of his seed. The mind directs life, shaping thoughts, actions, and destiny, while the seed fuels the body, carrying within it the essence of creation itself. When a man learns to master both, he steps onto the highest level of self, where clarity, strength, discipline, and purpose converge to create greatness. Most men live their lives without realizing the sacredness of their seed. They indulge constantly, wasting their energy for temporary pleasure, and wonder why they feel weak, distracted, and uninspired. Their minds are restless, their focus scattered, their bodies tired. They remain slaves to impulse, unable to control desire, and so their potential stays buried. But the one who chooses the path of semen retention begins a transformation that feels like a rebirth. The first stage of mastery is awareness. Awareness of how the seed, when wasted, leaves the body depleted and the mind clouded. Awareness of how thoughts, when uncontrolled, pull energy in every direction, leaving nothing for true progress. Awareness awakens responsibility. A man begins to see his seed as treasure, not to be wasted, but to be cultivated, guarded, and directed. He realizes that his mind is the captain of the ship, and if it is undisciplined, the seed will be lost in storms of desire. The second stage is discipline. Every time a man resists temptation, he strengthens his willpower. Every moment of self-control adds a brick to the foundation of mastery. Discipline in guarding the seed builds discipline in all other areas of life. Suddenly, he finds it easier to wake up early, to train his body, to focus on work, to pursue goals with relentless determination. The discipline forged through semen retention becomes the backbone of mental strength. The third stage is transformation. The energy, once wasted in moments of indulgence, now fuels the entire system. Physically, the man feels stronger, with increased vitality and stamina. His workouts become more powerful, his recovery faster, his body leaner and healthier. Mentally, the fog lifts, and he experiences clarity like never before. Concentration deepens, memory sharpens, and ideas flow easily. The mind, once clouded by lust, becomes a tool of laser focus. Spiritually, the conserved seed rises, awakening higher awareness and intuition. He begins to feel a connection to a greater purpose, as if life itself is guiding him. Creativity blossoms as sexual energy transforms into artistic or intellectual expression. This is why so many great thinkers, artists, and leaders practiced celibacy or retention. They understood that this seed is the raw fuel of creation, and when harnessed, it becomes genius. True mastery, however, is not only about holding energy, but about channeling it. A man who conserves his seed but does nothing with it will feel tension, restlessness, even frustration. But one who channels it into physical exercise, meditation, art, study, or business finds that the energy turns into unstoppable momentum. His projects succeed because they are backed by life force. His words carry weight because they are charged with conviction. His presence feels magnetic because he is overflowing with vitality. Mastery of the mind is equally vital. Without mental discipline, even retained seed will eventually be lost. The mind must be trained like a warrior, calm, sharp, and ready. Meditation is the weapon of this training. By sitting in silence, focusing on breath or mantra, the man learns to control thoughts, to pull back from distraction, to direct his awareness with precision.
Journaling is another tool, bringing clarity to goals, progress, and struggles. With a disciplined mind, temptation loses its grip. Lustful images, cravings, or urges no longer control him because he knows how to redirect thought. He learns to see desire not as an enemy, but as raw energy, which can be turned upward into power, focus, and creativity. Third time. The combination of semen retention and mental training creates an aura that others cannot ignore. Confidence radiates naturally. Women feel drawn to his energy. Colleagues respect his presence. Strangers notice his calm authority. This is not arrogance or dominance. It is the quiet power of a man who has conquered himself. He does not chase validation because he already carries it within. Emotional balance also becomes a fruit of this mastery. Without constant indulgence, hormones stabilize, moods become steady, and patience deepens. The man no longer reacts with anger or weakness, but responds with wisdom. He becomes unshakable, like a mountain rooted deeply. Life's storms may blow, but his foundation stands firm, nourished by the strength of retained seed and disciplined mind. Spiritually, mind and semen seed mastery opens the door to higher states of being. Conserved energy rises up the spine, awakening the inner centers of awareness. The practitioner begins to experience heightened intuition, inner peace, and even moments of bliss in meditation. He realizes that the seed is not only physical, but spiritual, a sacred essence that connects him to the divine. This realization fills life with meaning, transforming everyday actions into steps on a higher path. The journey is not without challenges. Old habits return, temptations strike, and society constantly bombards men with distractions designed to keep them weak. But mastery is built not in comfort but in struggle. Every relapse can be a lesson, every failure a step toward greater strength. The true master is not the one who never falls, but the one who always rises stronger. Over time, the rewards become undeniable. Productivity soars, creativity blossoms, confidence deepens, relationships improve, and spiritual insight expands. A man who once lived in distraction now lives with direction. His life becomes a testimony of the power of mastery. People begin to ask, what is his secret? The secret is simple yet profound. He learned to master his mind and guard his seed. Apply this mastery in daily life. One must create a system of habits that nurture it. Begin each day with meditation to train focus, exercise to channel energy physically, journal goals and reflections to direct the mind, engage in meaningful work or study to ensure energy finds constructive expression, avoid triggers like pornography, meaningless scrolling, or toxic environments. Surround yourself with inspiration books, mentors, uplifting music, spiritual teachings. Practice gratitude and mindfulness to stay aligned with higher purpose. Each of these habits supports the conservation and transformation of energy, turning retention into true mastery. In time, a man realizes that he has become his own king. His mind is no longer a restless servant, but a disciplined master. Seed is no longer wasted, but guarded as treasure. His body radiates vitality. His mind shines with clarity. His spirit soars with freedom. He is no longer tossed by desires or distractions, but walks his path with strength and confidence. This is the essence of mind and semen seed mastery. The unification of thought and life energy. The transformation of weakness into power. The discovery that true greatness lies not in external possessions, but in internal mastery. The world is filled with men who live scattered, drained, and distracted, but the few who choose this path rise above. They become leaders, creators, visionaries, and spiritual warriors. Their legacy endures because it is built not on fleeting pleasure, but on lasting strength. Mind and semen seed mastery is more than practice. It is a way of life, a path of kingship over the self. To master the mind and the seed is to master destiny itself. For from this union flows the power to create, to lead, to inspire, and to transcend. Before we conclude, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to drop your location in the comments. I'd love to know where you're rewatching from. And if you ever have any questions, join our Telegram channel where we interact directly and help each other grow. The link is in the description.